Can you believe that in one of the world's most advanced countries, dancing after midnight was once considered a crime? Welcome to the strangest corners of Japan, where there exists a sacred island absolutely forbidden to women, and men must strip naked for purification at sea. We'll also visit a bizarre village where soulless dolls are gradually replacing living people. Put aside your preconceptions, because the following facts will send shivers down your spine. A unique profession. People who push carts for tourists in Japan. Amidst the hustle and bustle of Tokyo, a unique job exists, rarely found anywhere else in the world. The Oshiya, or what we commonly call the passenger pusher. Their main task, though simple, is incredibly important, assisting passengers into train carriages during peak hours so that the doors can close securely and trains can depart on time. In Tokyo, the railway system operates extremely efficiently and is renowned for its punctuality down to the second. But during peak hours, the station transforms into a sea of people, much like a stadium on a major competition day. This is when the role of these employees becomes more crucial than ever. Dressed in neat uniforms and white gloves, they touch passengers politely and carefully, adjusting their posture, even smoothing their coats or bags to ensure no one gets stuck at the doors. Despite the seemingly arduous nature of their work, they perform it with exceptional courtesy. They often even bow an apology immediately after assisting. Interestingly, the presence of train attendants is beginning to diminish, as technological advancements such as artificial intelligence have helped regulate passenger flow more effectively. For example, increasing the number of carriages and adding more doors reduces congestion. However, at major stations like Shinjuku, which still holds the title of the world's busiest train station with over 3.5 million passengers daily, their role remains crucial. This is a prime example of how Japan combines discipline, technology, and a unique work culture to maintain order in daily life. A cafe of tranquility in the heart of the city. Pay to be treated specially. In Tokyo's Akihabara district, a haven for electronics and pop culture, there's a truly unique concept of a cafe. A place where you can buy a sense of being cherished and pampered, rather than just a cup of coffee. At these maid cafes, female staff dressed in cute, cartoon-style maid outfits greet guests like lords or princesses. With their coquettish voices and gentle body language, they create a warm, emotional experience. You can opt for additional services such as deep eye contact or special attention without physical contact. Behind this unusual concept lies a social reality. Many Japanese people live alone and experience loneliness, especially in large cities. Therefore, the paid tenderness industry has flourished, from dating cafes to places where you can hire someone just to stand beside you. One of the most symbolic rituals here is when staff draw a heart shape on the food with sauce, or recite a cute incantation to enhance the flavor of your dish. The mysterious island is off-limits to women. In the vast ocean lies a forbidden island, where the sound of a woman's footsteps is never permitted. A sanctuary of absolute silence that inspires awe and reverence at the mere mention of Okinoshima. Among Japan's many mysterious places, this island stands out as one of the most unique and controversial. Situated alone off the southern coast of Kyushu. Though small, it holds an extraordinary sacred status, and in 2017, it was officially recognized as a World Heritage Site. However, what makes Okinawa so fascinating and perplexing is the absolute ban on women setting foot on the island. An unchangeable rule even in the 21st century, as the island coldly maintains its centuries-old traditions with a spiritual prohibition that cruelly excludes half of humanity. Even men cannot freely trespass, because before setting foot on sacred land, they must undergo a purification ritual at sea, cleansing themselves spiritually amidst the raging waves, and a code of silence prevails to the point that after leaving the island, visitors are not allowed to recount anything they saw or experienced there. Not only is it a sacred place, the island is also known as an important archaeological site, where more than 80,000 ancient artifacts from China to the Korean peninsula have been found buried here. However, all these discoveries are not displayed publicly but are kept in seclusion as part of the sacred site. Adding to its isolated and tranquil atmosphere, only once a year, on May 27th, are about 200 men selected to participate in a sacred ceremony on the island. Outside of that occasion, Okinoshima remains closed to the outside world, like a secret spiritual club strictly guarded behind a veil of silence and ancient traditions. Unexpected social rules in the world of Japanese romance. Japanese culture, particularly in matters of love and relationships, holds many surprising facets, especially for those from afar. One notable aspect is the way women often speak in a high-pitched, sweet voice known as a kawaii accent. This isn't forced, but rather seen as reflecting a soft, feminine charm. Behind the closed doors of the family home, there are also interesting dynamics. Many Japanese men send their entire salaries to their wives, who then manage the family finances. Therefore, it's not uncommon for women to be the ones paying the bill at dinners with friends. Valentine's Day traditions in Japan are also quite unique. On February 14th, it is women who give chocolate to men, including a special kind called honmei choco, a serious chocolate gift for someone they truly love. A month later, on March 14th, is Oi Day or White Day. This is when men reciprocate, usually with chocolate or jewelry. This shows that romantic relationships in Japan are often filled with symbols and social norms, where expressions of love are subtle, structured, and different from what is commonly seen in other countries. Bowing the head. Complex body language. To most foreigners, bowing seems like a simple act. But in Japan, bowing, or ojigi, is more than just a bodily movement. It's an important part of a communication system brimming with meaning and etiquette. There are 3 basic types of bows: 15 degrees for a social greeting, 30 degrees as a sign of respect in a professional setting, and 45 degrees or more for a deep apology or sincere gratitude. But it's not just the angle that matters. The speed of the movement, back posture, eye contact, and the duration of the bow are all carefully calculated. A bow done incorrectly can give the impression of being impolite or even offensive. Even in some large Japanese companies, digital sensors are used to measure the angle and accuracy of employees' bows when greeting guests. This technology ensures that employees serve with impeccable politeness, meeting the high standards of Japanese culture. Even more interestingly, customer service robots in hotels and shopping malls are programmed to bow like humans, creating a friendly and respectful atmosphere. This is a great example of how tradition and technology coexist in Japan. Capsule hotels, minimal space, maximum experience. Imagine a hotel room just big enough to lie down and store a few personal items. That's the concept of a capsule hotel in Japan. First appearing in Osaka in 1979, this type of accommodation was designed for migrant workers who missed their night train and needed a practical place to rest. The sleeping pods resembled giant beehives, equipped with individual lights, power outlets, small TVs, and ventilation. Despite the cramped space, the air circulation was comfortable and efficient. Shared amenities such as bathrooms, lounges, and even small libraries were available in many locations. Today, capsule hotels have evolved. Some high-end versions offer memory foam mattresses, motion-sensing lights, soundproofing, and even individual air filtration systems. From a practical solution, it has now become a tourist destination, a worthwhile experience for travelers from all over the world. These towns are strange and charming. Have you ever stepped into a village where silence reigns, yet you feel as if hundreds of soulless eyes are watching your every move? Besides the world-famous Tokyo and Kyoto, Japan hides small towns that offer extraordinary uniqueness, exemplified by the village of Nagoro, nestled on Shikoku Island. Its population is so sparse, perhaps only a few dozen people, but what steals attention and instills an unsettling feeling is the presence of hundreds of life-size dolls scattered throughout the village, from the cold assembly hall and empty classrooms, devoid of laughter, to standing silently in the desolate fields. These effigies were created with the heartfelt intention of replacing villagers who had died or moved to the city, creating a scene that is both fantastical and poignant, a testament to how the villagers cherish their memories, and perhaps, the profound loneliness that gradually reigns in this village, left behind by the passage of time. Leaving that tranquil space and heading north in Japan, you will find a completely different world at Dao Fox Village in Miyagi Prefecture, a nature park where more than 100 foxes roam freely in the mountains and forests. In Shintoism, foxes, also known as kitsune, are considered sacred messengers of the goddess Inari, symbols of prosperity and fertility, where visitors can feed the foxes by hand and experience the unique connection between humans, animals, and the spiritual world. The fascinating journey continues to Nagano, home to Jigani National Park, the home of the famous snow monkeys that often seek warmth in the freezing winter. In winter, these monkeys soak in natural hot springs, enjoying moments of relaxation much like humans, unwinding at a spa. A scene that, for many Japanese, symbolizes the perfect harmony between nature and life, reminding us that even wild animals need moments of peace to soothe their souls. Paid to leave. A unique immigration policy. A strange paradox is unfolding in the land of the rising sun, where instead of welcoming you with open arms or taking drastic measures, you're given an envelope of cash in exchange for a nod of acceptance to leave forever. Unlike many countries fiercely competing to attract immigrants, Japan is quietly implementing a rather unique policy that goes against the global trend by offering foreigners cash to return to their home countries. Indeed, this unbelievable situation occurred when the Japanese government proposed providing between $2,000 and $3,000 to those residing illegally who voluntarily agreed to repatriate. This move doesn't resemble a cold punishment, but rather appears as an encouragement of peace, fostered by a calculated, humane approach, especially given Japan's extremely strict asylum system, with only 0.5 to 1% of independent applications accepted each year, a modest figure among the lowest in the world. Therefore, the program is seen as a gentle and subtle solution to avoid resorting to tense, coercive deportation measures, and the government calls it a generous way to help people reintegrate into life in their home countries, ending their Japanese dream with a peaceful yet decisive farewell. Okinawa, the Hawaiian Islands of Japan. If you're looking for white sand beaches, crystal clear waters, and a tropical atmosphere, Okinawa is the answer. Often described as Japan's version of Hawaii, this island region truly possesses an extraordinary charm. Here you can visit the Tsuruomi Aquarium, one of the world's largest aquariums, where majestic whale sharks swim right above your head, or stroll along the unique Noah's Beach, nestled beneath a large bridge, creating a striking contrast between the blue sea and the modern city. Further afield towards Takatomi Island, Kondoi Beach welcomes you with its peaceful atmosphere and traditional Rikyu-style houses. You might even spot ox carts traversing the village roads or enjoy a samisen musical performance on the beach. And don't miss Yamaha Maihama Beach on Miyako Island, often hailed as Japan's most beautiful beach. As the sun sets behind the sea after a day of snorkeling and coral viewing, it feels like you've stepped into another world. When dancing became illegal, imagine a city ablaze with lights, yet harboring a chilling paradox. The music is inviting, but the mere movement of the body is considered illegal, turning those yearning for freedom into criminals in an instant. Believe it or not, Japan once had a bizarre and unbelievable rule. Dancing in nightclubs after midnight was illegal. This legal specter, known as the Fueho Law, cast a dark shadow over entertainment for decades after its introduction in 1948 to curb immoral behavior. Throughout those long years, this harsh regulation stifled the nightlife, forcing nightclubs to close early or reluctantly transform into bars without dance floors, where police had the power to unexpectedly raid entertainment venues like real crime scenes and were ready to impose severe penalties if they caught people dancing after midnight. Although this law was officially repealed in 2015, restoring freedom of movement, an invisible haunting seems to linger, with many clubs remaining cautious, especially in conservative cities. So if you find yourself wandering through Tokyo or Osaka and hear loud music pounding but the dance floor eerily empty, it's a lingering vestige of the past, a reminder of a time when even the simplest human pleasures were shackled. Tokyo, a safe metropolis with 40 million inhabitants. With a metropolitan population of nearly 40 million, Tokyo is ranked as the safest city in the world. This isn't just a statistic. Visitors truly experience it. You could leave your wallet on a park bench and return several hours later, and it's very likely still there, untouched. Japanese culture, which values respect and social responsibility, is the foundation of this safety. However, the magic of Tokyo doesn't stop during the day. When night falls, the city transforms into an ocean of neon lights, especially in districts like Shinjuku and Shibuya, places that never sleep. You can enjoy Japanese-style pubs, sing karaoke until dawn, or step into tiny bars that only hold 5 people in gondola. Best of all, women can walk alone at night with complete peace of mind, something that is almost impossible in many other major cities around the world. Japan is not just Tokyo. Don't be quick to believe you fully understood Japan by merely glancing at the glitz and glamour of its skyscrapers, for another Japan lurks mysteriously behind that modern facade. While Tokyo proudly portrays Japan as the face of the world, the country actually hides countless other wonderful aspects waiting to be discovered, stretching from moss-covered small towns steeped in historical ups and downs to tranquil mountain villages where time seems to stand still. This parallel existence affirms Japan as a nation of stark yet captivating contrasts between cutting-edge futuristic technology and enduring ancient traditions, creating a multifaceted world where past and present do not cancel each other out but blend into a profound cultural symphony, leaving travelers with unforgettable, poignant memories of a country both familiar and strange. These massive festivals shape the soul of a culture. If you want to see Japan at its most vibrant, dazzling, and energetic, visit during its festival season. One of the most magnificent is the Gion Matsuri in Kyoto, which lasts throughout July. This festival has been held for over 1,000 years and completely transforms the city's appearance. A parade of gigantic floats, over 25 meters tall and weighing up to 12 tons, winds through Kyoto's ancient streets. Each float is called a mobile museum because it is filled with rare textiles, handicrafts, and exquisite carvings. All are handcrafted, without machines or glue, relying solely on human skill and incredible dedication. Meanwhile, in Osaka, the Tenjin Matsuri Festival holds a special place during the same month. During the day, processions of shrine deities pass through the city. But as night falls, hundreds of traditional boats with illuminated lanterns float down the Okawa River amidst fireworks and singing, transforming the entire city into an open-air stage. In spring, you'll encounter Hanami, the cherry blossom viewing festival. But don't be mistaken, Hanami isn't just about sitting under a tree. It's a grand national celebration. People gather in parks, spread out picnic blankets, eat, drink sake, sing, and dance under falling cherry blossom petals. This tradition dates back to the imperial era and is now a rare moment when the Japanese shed their social rigidity to truly have fun. Square watermelons and the world's strangest culinary delights. There's a fascinating culinary paradox in Japan, where food is sometimes created not to indulge the taste buds, but to challenge human perception and preconceived notions about nature. Japan is unique not only in its traditions and technology, but also in its bizarre cuisine. And one of the most striking examples is the presence of these surreal, square-shaped watermelons. These peculiar fruits were developed in the 1,960 seconds by farmers in Kagawa, using a patient, natural method of shaping them in molds. But surprisingly, these watermelons aren't meant to be eaten. Instead, they're used as luxury gifts or home decorations, sometimes costing thousands of dollars. It's part of a profound Japanese philosophy, where even food can be transformed into an art form to be displayed rather than consumed. Leaving behind that elaborate style and returning to its origins, of course, no story about Japanese cuisine is complete without sushi. A dish in Japan that is often stoically simple, lightly vinegared rice and fresh raw fish, completely rejecting the addition of mayonnaise or cheese found in foreign versions. This sophistication extends even to the ramen bowls, with each region boasting its own signature ramen as a local pride. From the pungent flavor of miso ramen from the frigid Hokkaido region, the richness of pork bone broth ramen from Fukuoka, to the classic elegance of soy sauce ramen from Tokyo. The cost of living in Japan isn't as expensive as you might think. Despite often being considered an expensive country, the cost of living in Japan in 2025 was actually 30 to 40% lower than in many major cities in the US or Western Europe. In Tokyo, you can rent a one-bedroom apartment for around 600 to 1,000 yen per month, depending on the location. In smaller cities like Fukuoka, Sapporo, or Nagano, rent can even be under 500 yen per month. Utility costs such as electricity, water, gas, and internet usually total around $100 to $150 a month. Don't be afraid to eat out. Lunch at a local restaurant is only $6 to $10, and dinner is around $15. Groceries for a month can be packed into around $250 to $300. Public transportation in Japan is very efficient and always on time. You can buy unlimited monthly passes for between $80 and $120 depending on the route. Taxis are expensive, but rarely necessary if you live near a train station. Healthcare is also very affordable thanks to Japan's national health insurance. Legally residing foreigners can also enroll, and usually only pay 30% of medical costs, with the rest covered by the government. General dental checkups can be as low as $50. Top hospitals like Luke's International Hospital in Tokyo or Kameda Medical Center in Chiba offer English language services, and online appointment systems make healthcare easily accessible to non-citizens. So, despite Japan's modern and progressive lifestyle, the cost of living can be surprisingly affordable, provided you plan and choose your living arrangements wisely. More than just a country, Japan is not just a place to visit, but a complete experience. From the ancient culture of Kyoto, the futuristic city of Tokyo, the tranquility of the snow-capped mountains of Hokkaido, to the tropical beaches of Okinawa, Japan offers the world in one country. It's a place where samurai and robots coexist, where sushi can be served in a small bar or a Michelin-starred restaurant, and where respect is an integral part of daily life. To truly understand Japan, you must look beyond the big cities. Explore the small villages, talk to the elders at the temples, sample the food at the traditional markets, and feel the unique yet harmonious rhythm of life. Every journey eventually comes to an end, and our exploration concludes here. If you wish to continue exploring countries like Brazil, Uzbekistan, Bhutan, or discover mysterious prisons and strange occurrences that even scientists cannot explain, please visit our channel to learn more about other fascinating countries. Since videos with many likes are prioritized, if you enjoyed this video, please like, leave a comment, and share it with your friends so our channel can grow and we can create even more interesting and engaging videos about other countries. Now, goodbye and see you in the next video. Thank you and see you again soon.